Alright. Let's talk. Let's talk about the body. Body issues. Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today, let's talk about body image, self-image. Let's talk about it. I was a young girl. I just didn't like the fact that I was slim, slender, skinny, petite, little, tiny, a munchkin, like just a none of that. And I'm 5'2", but having a small frame and everything like that, I was getting teased, picked on, you know, just everything in the book. So much later on, I definitely embraced my body, loved my body, but I didn't always feel this way. When I was a little girl, I was spunky, energetic. I was always doing things out and about, you know, just in people's faces, just being a rambunctious little girl. So I got this confidence issue when I actually moved. So my sister had to have special education, and so my family moved to a better location with a better school. I was already bubbly, excited, you know, like I'm about to make some new friends. I already got great friends in this place. I'm about to go to this place. When I went there, it was a whole nother level. And I was moving from, let's see, was it fourth grade, from a really big school to a smaller school that only had 4th and 5th grade. So when I went there, the kids were different. They were more like city kids, and I was from the country and whatnot. So I don't know if that played a part. I don't know, but I went into this little tiny shell. So one of the main things that they were talking about was me being slim. So all the kids that I grew up, you know, in my hometown and whatnot, we were, you know, we were all tiny. We were all little. So when I went to this school and they're seeing me for the first time, my tiny, smallest, petiteness, we didn't grow up together. So they were already at their size, and when they saw me, it's just, they weren't used to me. So that's when the bullying, picking, and all that stuff came into play. It wasn't terrible bullying, but at the time, it was detrimental. It was sad. I didn't want to go to school. I just didn't like anything. Another thing that I was being teased about, some of the kids didn't understand my style, you know, what I was wearing. At the time, I was still being dressed by my mother and whatnot. Part of my clothing that my mother dressed me in, it was like lace dresses, cutesy little things or whatever. But at the time, the kids, they were wearing Jordans and Timberlands and, you know, just all this, yeah, in 4th grade, the Air Force Ones. So I was just thankful I had clothes. My mom and dad bought me like whatever toys I wanted to, so it's like pick or choose. You're gonna tell them spending your hard money on things that I want anyways, and putting food, and I was about to say food on my back, food on my table and clothes on my back. My parents weren't into all the hip type of stuff or whatever, and it was whatever. I actually liked my clothes, but the kids, when I went to the new school, made me self-conscious about them. So then I got into this whole thing where I wanted my clothes to match. And putting that together with having matchy shoes and matchy the pattern, the color, all of that. Also with the little classy little frilly lace stuff that my mom would put me in, which wasn't going anywhere because I wasn't about to ask them to just start buying me all these name brands. Smack that together, and I just developed this style. It was classy, it was frilly, it was colorful, and just very matchy. So I used to match everything from head to toe, maybe with a little bit of color block with the pants and belt, something. But even when I worked out, went to the gym, this is like later on. This is later on in college now. When I'm going to the gym and, you know, I'm trying to tone up, or maybe I want to shoot hoops or whatever, I was matchy because everywhere I went, I was always hearing, you slim, you know, this, that, and the third. When I went to college, I still had the same habit ever since I was in, you know, junior high, middle school, you know, middle school, junior high, high school. When I went to college, I was still being matchy and whatnot, and that old kind of style of, you know, lacy, little frilly, girly, have suits, dress up type of outfits and things like that. It just never left me. When I got to college, no one was really saying, oh, you so skinny, and oh my gosh, nothing like that. People were embracing different body types by the time I got to college. Back then when I was in high school, everybody wanted the thick girls and whatnot. So I'm actually happy because unfortunately I saw girls being fondled, grabbed, and you know, the guys, it was a hot mess. And I was so thankful that they were not even looking at me because I didn't have anything to grab. I was so thankful that they did not touch me because I would have been like, but self-love, remember, self-love no matter what your body type is. Anyways, it carried on into college. So, and if I didn't mention this before, my parents are like way older than I am. So that's why a lot of my clothing options were, you know, either hand-me-downs from my sister, just little things that my mom saw that was cute or whatever, and it just wasn't with what other people were wearing. So it just transitioned into this style that I just carried throughout college. People started noticing me for it. They were saying, oh, where'd you get that outfit? Where'd you get this, that? Another thing with being small, petite, tiny, skinny, I was able to wear a lot of clothes for years. My weight didn't really fluctuate, didn't really do anything, so I was able to keep clothes for a long time, and I took care of them. So there were a lot of things that I had that people were asking, you know, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that? And I was like, you know, I can't even remember because I've had it for so long. So that was what I did, you know, dealt with body image. I eventually did a pageant. I was doing things to get my voice out there, creative voice, doing my platform for autism. And while I was doing it, I had to show my body. I had to show who I was. You know, not show my body, but I had to put myself before people next to other ladies, beautiful, strong-willed ladies that, you know, had bodies different than mine, and admiring them and their goals. And it's what was going on in here that was way more important. If I could give a piece of advice to anyone that is watching this video, thank you so much for supporting me, Shanetta Jameer, and liking, commenting, subscribing, whatever it may be, sharing. I just want to tell you, if you're going through the whole skinny phase, that's the only jokes they got. If that's it, you know, you have nothing, you really have nothing to be so upset about. After a while, you're going to have a big collection of clothes because you don't grow much. And you're going to love yourself. You're going to define your own style. Later on, I got into college. People were asking me, like I said, where I get this from or whatever, and they were noticing it was just a dressy type of style. I was also an art student, so whenever I had to go to this important meeting or this, that, and the third or whatever, you know, I'm in my important art class. I even had a teacher call me out and say, okay, so if a big executive came in here, who would they hire first? And everyone pointed to me, and I was like, me? And she was like, yeah, why? Because Shanetta's always dressed up. She's always dressed to impress. So thank you for those compliments. That was something I would have never got as a little girl, but it transitioned later on to my benefit. So where I stand today, I love my body, I love myself, I love my petiteness. I've definitely embraced it. My style, a part of that insecurity, there's beauty in the struggle, Jacob. You know, so it just transitioned into something so much greater. It defined my style, it defined my personality. I am open, and I'm also, you know, closed. I am out there. I'm a, you know, introvert. I'm just defined who I really was. And just because I still match my clothes, not as much as I used to, that was just crazy. I had pink stripes on the shoe, pink, light pink like that. But if I had to go to the gym and be seen, yeah, I wanted to match, distract people so they would look at my outfit instead of, you know, the body. But it is a happy medium, I would say. It is a very happy medium of style and class and just me, period. It's a stunning style that I call stunning because it's me. Don't let those negative torments, don't let that negative torment get to you. Keep your head up, keep yourself up. You're gonna develop into your own. So thank you again for watching my video. There are so many topics we can go off of this, right? Comment. Let me know. Thank you again for watching. Your girl Shanetta Jameer. Love you and be encouraged.